Oh, you see it all the time in portrait photography. Some photos look natural and cinematic. Some look intimate and compressed. And some feel strangely distorted. But here's the surprising truth. Most of the time, the difference isn't the camera. It isn't the lighting. And it isn't even the photographer. It's the lens. More specifically, the focal length of the lens. 35 millimeters, 50 millimeters, and 85 millimeters. These three lenses are the most popular choices for portrait photography. But they don't just zoom differently. They completely change how a face looks in a photo. They change perspective. They change background compression. They change how close you stand to your subject. And they change the entire emotional feel of the image. Today we're breaking down the real differences between 35 millimeters, 50 millimeters, and 85 millimeters lenses, so you can understand which one actually creates the portraits you want. But before we dive in, if you enjoy simple explanations of photography and camera gear, subscribe. Because on this channel we break down complex tech and photography concepts, and make them easy to understand. First, what focal length actually means. Before comparing these lenses, we need to understand what focal length really is. When you see a number like 35 millimeters, 50 millimeters, or 85 mm, that number represents the distance between the lens and the camera sensor when the image is focused. But in photography, focal length mainly affects two things: your field of view and perspective compression. A smaller number like 35 millimeters shows a wider scene. A larger number like 85 millimeters shows a narrower, more zoomed-in view. But focal length doesn't just zoom. It changes how objects appear relative to each other, which is why faces look different depending on the lens you use. Second, the 35 millimeters lens. Let's start with the 35 millimeters lens. This is considered a wide-angle portrait lens. When you use a 35 millimeters lens, you capture more of the environment around the subject. This makes it perfect for environmental portraits, street photography, lifestyle photography. You can show the person and their surroundings. For example, a chef in a kitchen, an artist in a studio, a traveler in a city street. But there's an important trade-off. Because the lens is wider, you must stand closer to your subject, and when you get too close, perspective distortion appears. The nose can look slightly larger. The face may appear stretched, which is why 35 millimeters portraits work best when you include more background, not extreme close-ups. Third, the 50 millimeters lens. Now we move to the 50 millimeters lens. This is often called the Nifty 50. And there's a reason photographers love it. The 50 millimeters lens is very close to what the human eye naturally sees. That means photos look natural and balanced. Not too wide. Not too compressed. It's an excellent all-purpose lens for portraits because faces look proportional. Background blur still looks nice. And you don't need to stand extremely far away. This makes the 50 millimeters perfect for casual portraits, half-body portraits, everyday photography. If someone is buying their first portrait lens, the 50 millimeters is often the safest choice, because it works well in almost any situation. Fourth, the 85 millimeters lens. Now we reach the portrait king, the 85 millimeters lens. This focal length is loved by professional photographers, and for good reason. The 85 millimeters lens produces beautiful facial compression. This means facial features appear more flattering. The nose doesn't look large. The face appears more symmetrical, and the background becomes beautifully blurred. Another key difference is working distance. With an 85 millimeters lens, you must stand farther away from your subject, and that distance creates a natural, flattering perspective. This is why 85 millimeters lenses are commonly used for professional portraits, fashion photography, headshots, wedding portraits. When photographers want that cinematic, creamy background look, they often reach for an 85 millimeters lens. Fifth, background compression. One of the biggest visual differences between these lenses is background compression. With a 35 millimeters lens, the background looks farther away, and the environment feels larger. With a 50 millimeters lens, the background looks more balanced and natural. With an 85 millimeters lens, the background appears closer to the subject, This creates that famous compressed portrait look, where the background melts into soft blur, even when it's physically far away. This compression is what makes 85mm portraits feel cinematic and professional. 6. Depth of field and background blur. Another big factor is depth of field, which controls how blurry the background becomes. Even at the same aperture, longer lenses like 85mm produce stronger background blur. That's because they magnify the scene more. So, a 35mm lens shows more background detail. A 50mm lens creates moderate blur. An 85mm lens creates dramatic subject separation. This is why portrait photographers love longer lenses. They isolate the subject beautifully. 7th. Shooting distance. Another hidden difference between these lenses is how far you stand from the subject. With a 35mm lens, you must stand very close for tight portraits. With a 50mm lens, you stand a comfortable distance away. With an 85mm lens, you stand much farther back. This changes how the subject feels. Standing close can feel intimate, but standing farther away often makes subjects feel more relaxed, which can produce more natural expressions. 8th. When to use each lens. So when should you use each one? Use 35mm when you want storytelling portraits, you want the environment in the frame, or you're shooting in tight spaces. Use 50mm when you want natural-looking portraits, you want versatility, or you're shooting everyday portraits. Use 85mm when you want flattering facial compression, professional headshots, or dramatic background blur. Each lens has a purpose, and great photographers choose the lens based on the story they want to tell. 9th. The biggest mistake beginners make. Many beginner photographers think the best portrait lens is always the longest one. But that's not always true. An 85mm lens is amazing for headshots, but it may be difficult in small rooms. A 35mm lens may distort faces up close, but it's perfect for lifestyle portraits. And a 50mm lens sits comfortably in the middle. The key isn't finding the best lens. It's understanding how each lens changes the story of the image. So what's really happening? When photographers switch from 35mm to 50mm to 85mm, they're not just zooming. They're changing perspective, compression, background blur, and subject distance, which means each focal length creates a completely different portrait style. The lens you choose literally shapes the way a face appears in a photograph. Closing. Portrait photography isn't just about cameras. It's about perspective. And the lens you choose controls how your viewer experiences the subject. 35mm tells a story. 50mm feels natural. 85mm creates cinematic portraits. Understanding these differences gives you creative control over every photo you take. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more simple explanations of photography, cameras, and technology, subscribe, because here we break down the tools behind great photos, so you can understand exactly how they work. And in the next video, we'll explore another piece of photography gear that can completely change your images. I'll see you in the next one.